Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming to my channel, D versus Debt. This is D. I am bringing you along on my debt-free journey. I've paid off over $60,000 worth of debt. Originally it was over $100,000 and now I have just under $35,000 remaining. I'm hoping to be completely debt-free in the next 5 years. So all that I have left is my mortgage, and so I'm tackling that and I'm documenting the process and having you follow along with me. So today is Money Monday, which means it's time to stuff my cash envelopes. And if you are into dollar store press-on nails, today is your lucky day. I decided to get fancy and try to pretty up my hands. And so this right here is like $1.10 worth of investing in my nails. So my question is, how long will it take before at least one of these nails goes flying off while I'm counting cash and stuffing envelopes? We shall see. All right, so I give myself an allowance basically of $100 a week to work with for my cash envelopes and cash spending, as well as $100 in credit card spending. So let's go ahead and count the cash. I got 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I actually expected the first nail to fly off during this, so we are doing well. I am impressed. So let's go ahead and sort the bills into their little categories. And let's rock and roll. Let's start with my first set of cash envelopes. So giving, remember last week I didn't stuff cash into it because I did an electronic donation to the local animal shelter. So for this time, I am gonna do $10 for giving. I like to do singles because in case I'm out and about and I run into somebody, you know, in need, or someone who's doing a fundraiser, I like to have small bills on me. So that goes into here. First envelope stuffed, no nails have been sacrificed yet, so wow. My happy envelope, I did not spend a single dime for this. This is supposed to be for things that make me happy, whether it's going out, whether it's buying something, whatever it is. I have a goal to just keep stuffing this without buying anything because in November, in about 3 weeks, there is a Pinterest conference in Phoenix, which is about 4 hours away from me. And I would love to go. There's all these classes. There's a group of ladies that I know that are going. So I would like to go for one day. That's pretty much all I can afford because gas round trip is at least $50. To do one day of the Pinterest conference, the cheapest option is $30. And then there's a Van Gogh exhibit. It's called the Van Gogh Experience that ends in November. So I really, really, really want to go to that. But the cheapest tickets are $50. So it's like, ouch. But again, it's a once in a lifetime experience basically. So it's gonna be like at least $100 day, probably like $150. So I'm just gonna keep stuffing this and hope that I can make it for that. It's gonna be a crazy day up and back, 8 hours round trip driving, but I think it'll be totally worth it. So for this one, I'm gonna put in another 20. And so that means right now there are 40 buckaroos in that particular envelope. For Yum, this was a great week for yummies. So I hope you're sitting down for this. First of all, this week I did not go to Burger King. I did not go through the drive-thru. So Burger King's probably issued like a missing person report to the cops by now because I'm going through there so often. I did not go this week. I'm so dang proud of myself, but a lot of that is due, and this is so sweet, y'all, because of my former boss. So he surprised me by sending a message saying, hey, I love your channel, and I was floored because I didn't think anyone I knew was watching my channel. I tried to post a few videos on my Facebook, my social media, and I just kind of got watery response, about it. But he's actually watching and he said he enjoyed it, and he sent me money to stuff my Yum envelope. So because of that, I ate good this week. I had my $20 plus the money that he sent. So I got to eat pizza, I got to eat cheese curds at Culver's, which are like my secret obsession. I got to go through the Dairy Queen drive-thru. It was a good week for food, and I stayed away from Burger King for a week, which is amazing. So for this week, I am gonna stuff $10 into here and stretch that out, which means, yeah, Burger King's probably gonna see me this week because they're probably very worried about me, wondering where I went. All right, shopping, I'm not gonna put anything in there because again, I'm trying to cram my happy envelope as much as I can, so no shopping for me. Handyman, he did come over, he did set up, well, close down basically my swamp cooler for the season, and he's gonna be back pretty soon to do some more yard work. So he's gonna get 20 into his envelopes. I'm gonna try to build that up again. And for my water bill, it is almost due, so I'm about to get the bill sometime this week. So I'm gonna put a 10 into there. And that means we've got 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Fingers crossed that that's how much my bill is gonna be. If not, then I'll stuff some more into it next week. But last time it was 40 plus, you know, some change. And before that, for the longest time, it was 60 a month. So I'm really, really hopeful that it's 40 again this time. Okay, so that does it for this one. For my itty bitty baby sinking funds, I'm gonna do the usual 20 in gifts. So that is building up. We got 5, 10, 15, 20. That is building up for my Christmas fund, for Christmas gifts. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. All right, so $160, which is more than halfway to the $300 goal that I had set. So that is awesome. Hooray for that. Nothing good goes into unbudgeted this time because there's 50 bucks in there. So I think that's good for an unexpected $50 expense. Keeping my fingers crossed that I can leave it that way for a little bit. And for my last binder, for community, I'm gonna stuff $5 into there. I was very excited, and I'm probably going to show them on Wednesday for my show and tells. I helped out 3 different people in the community, so I made a couple of purchases from Etsy shots from channels that I follow, wonderful ladies, very excited to purchase from them. And then Chris from Budgeting Just Because does this really cool thing. Every month you donate to her Buy Me a Coffee account, and then she does kind of a raffle where we all nominate somebody for the money to go to. It randomly selects the winner, and then the money goes to that person. So I donated to that. YouTube, I'm gonna put in $5 because I'm building up again for my next giveaway. So I've got just 5 in there right now, and so here goes another $5. So now I've got 10 in my YouTube account. I'm not putting anything into my Etsy account for my Etsy business because I haven't had time. This new class is a killer, so I didn't have time to make anything new to list in my shop or anything, so I didn't have any shop related expenses, so we're just gonna hold off on that. But that is it for my cash envelope stuffing. I am so impressed, y'all. My $1 nails stayed on, so we'll see. The next challenge is gonna be me coloring in a tracker sheet, so we'll see how that goes if these nails survive that journey. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be here with me, and I'll see you in my next video.